Hello everyone and welcome to another Starcraft 2 replay. This is going to be a quick video on what I believe to be a bug. I'm going to call it a bug, maybe it's not a bug, but if it's not, it's a feature I think should not be in the game, which doesn't make sense. And it's pretty significant because in this game it turns it from a pretty easy win into a loss, so it can have a major effect. Situation right now is I'm on 3 base Terran, lots of PFs. This is my Mass Raven build where I go straight into mid-game Ravens. If you're unfamiliar with my style, it looks weird, but it works. You know, I'm higher than 50% win rate in the Masters League on both Europe and NA. And the Zerg is actually only on 3 base right now, so he's dedicated really hard to going pretty all in. And I'm actually about to take my 4th, and if I get this 4 position, it's basically over. Once I get a base that's really close to Zerg bases, it's a really good spot for me. Anyways, so he comes, I guess like a misrally, maybe he didn't know about the space, but he comes running right through and tips me off that like there's a whole bunch of Zerglings coming just outside my base, so I expect this to be a huge, Ling Roach Baneling all in. So I pull back my Ravens, send out a little Hellbat just to keep an eye on it, and we cast off a full ton of Seekers. And we keep them spread out too. You can see like this one's targeted, and that one's targeted, and this one's targeted. So I got them all targeted, and I put a 4th one over here, one of these Banelings. And then these Banelings, with my Seeker missiles being, sorry, those lines are annoying. Seeker missiles are right here, or I guess right here, and the Banelings are all targeted to run north through the Seeker missiles. They're guaranteed that the Seeker missiles are going to hit, because you'd have to run south to get out of range. And the way the Seeker Missile splash damage works, it does 100 damage like this, it does 50 damage like that, and then 25 damage like this. And since Banelings only have 35 hit points, the first 2 layers of splash kills the Baneling, and then the wide splash area, they just have to get hit by 2 of those and it dies. So I would expect from these Seekers that I fire off that maybe 5 of these Banelings will survive, and then the PF will probably pop all 5 of those Banelings before they get in range of even hitting anything. So this should be a curb stomp in every single way from what I expect. But it's not going to be. We'll just play it out. So there goes all the Seekers. Right, huh? Let's check that out one more time. So I targeted Baneling eggs, and then when the Baneling egg turned into a Baneling, the Seekers lost their target and are still targeted. You can see the dots right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Still targeted where the Baneling eggs were. And you can see if these Seekers are actually launching at the Banelings right now, like look how clumped up these Banelings are. They're all going to be dead. So this mechanic kind of works in different ways. You can skip out on you can screw up the targeting of a Seeker missile, but currently it's only in ways that make sense and take micro. Like if you launch a Seeker at a Stalker and the Stalker blinks, then the Seeker loses its target. Or if you launch a Seeker at like a Siege Tank and then you pick up the Siege Tank in a medevac and fly away, the Seeker loses its target. It just remembers where the Siege Tank last was. So I think those kind of make sense. This doesn't make sense to me. I think a Zergling and the Baneling egg it turns into, and then the Baneling that the Baneling egg turns into is all the same unit, and that should not actually screw up the AI of a Seeker missile. And where it maybe be situational in a game like this, it went from like I'd have an unbelievable lead. Basically, the game would be over because Mass Ravens are, if you don't know, they're unbelievably cost efficient. And once all these Banelings pop, that means we won't have the army to prevent my 4th, especially with fresh auto turrets there and PFs getting set up. And then I have like this like short distance where I can just like pop over here and throw down a million auto turrets whenever I want to. So this game was over, and instead of being over like in my favor, maybe I was still in this game, but I just quit after these Banelings hit because I was a little bit frustrated. I couldn't believe I went from like, yes, I caught him, it's over, and then like, what just happened? I don't even have my hands on the keyboard right now, just looking at this. I'm like, I don't get it. Anyways, with that, we will call it the end of this video. I guess I'll submit this on the bug report forum. I don't know whether you guys consider it a bug or not. I consider this a bug. But who knows? Anyways, with that, thank you guys for tuning in, and check the description for our thumbs up link, and goodbye.